Well, good morning, everybody. We're going to give everybody a little bit of time to come on in this morning. So if you're catching this on the replay, just stick with us. If I do want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, give our videos, all of our videos, a thumbs up. So go back and watch some of those if you will. I'm going to work on cleaning up the office a little bit while we discuss some things. And if you'll give this live stream a big old thumbs up and add some comments to it, I would greatly appreciate it. So let's checking to see what came in the mail yesterday. Seeing if there's anything good in the mail. We got 2 people watching. Thank you both for being here. Drop us a chat and let us know who you are and how your morning's going. I feel like the camera's too low today. Let me pop that back up there. Give you guys a better view. So, it is fall where I'm at. I mean, we got down in the low 50s and it's breezy and wintry. I'm gonna make some noise here real quick, just so you guys know I gotta shred some documents. So we're like the government, we're gonna shred documents. We only check our mail about, I don't know, maybe once a month. Sorry, no, once a week, not once a month. Because usually we get nothing but a bunch of junk mail, and it's not worth anything. So we wait, and then we pick it all up at one time. And then I kind of go through it and get rid of it, throw it out. So thank everybody for being here. Good morning to you guys. Thank you for coming in. Let us know who's all here. What would you guys like to talk about? I found an interesting article about Filipino nurses a buddy of mine sent me. So I thought that was surprising and a good topic to start with, but we are always open. Anybody need coupons for Papa John's? Does anybody know what Papa John's pizza is? Not one of my favorites. I don't like Papa John's. I'm chill says, what's up? I am subbed. Well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Let me get the camera where I can read things a little bit better. So I am chill. How are you? You are doing good. What's going on in your part of the world? Huh. Looks like we have a new marijuana shop up in the state of Missouri that has opened up, sending flyers out to people that live not in Missouri, saying, come get some marijuana from me. He gave me a like. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's not so much for me. It's so that the YouTube gods will like me. YouTube only likes you if you get comments and if you get likes, if you get subscribers, if you get super chats and memberships and things. If you don't get those things, YouTube just thinks you're a big old waste of brain cells and they won't like me. So you're really making YouTube happy. That's what it really is. Man, nothing good in the mail at all. Oh, I forgot to go to the post office yesterday. So I am chill. Where are you from? How are things in your part of the world? We're not going to buy pizza, so we don't need coupons for pizza because we're on a diet. I can't have soda. I can't have that. You see that? That's like some caramel buck donut thing. I don't know what it is, but apple caramel, no, it's bourbon caramel drizzle at Duck Donuts? What the hell is Duck Donuts? Has anybody ever heard of Duck Donuts? Are they trying to rip off Dunkin' Donuts in America? Like your hat, thank you. Mark, whoa, let bro escape the nursing home, that's it. It is amazing. Lily, you okay? Yeah, we're in America too, if you didn't figure that one out. I am chill. We're in the part of America that it's not dead winter yet, but it's starting to be kind of chilly and cold and all of that, so. And I didn't have to escape the nursing home. They kicked me out. They said, man, that dude is just too dang ornery to be in a nursing home. So we, Maria, so, sorry, you're Maria, not Mark. Sorry, I thought you were Mark. Sorry there. They're like, no, man, we don't want him in our nursing home. He's too mean and ornery, and he doesn't like to follow directions. Hello to, everybody say hello to everybody, by the way. If you got a YouTube channel, why don't you let me know, and I'll try to check you out, or we can at least tell everybody else to do it. Burritos in the house. Pears overload. All right. Yeah, I am shredding illegal documents. So, you know, I heard that the government was coming to get us. So I thought I would shred documents. No, I had to pick up my mail. It's been a while. And we always get stuff in our mail. And I'm a real big believer in shred them. Don't let your neighbors see what you're buying. Don't let your neighbors have access to your credit card accounts. You know, we gotta be top secret in the world. Stab says, hell, Pops, hell. Hell yeah, Pops, to hell with the system. That's right. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. If you're new to us, make sure you give us a thumbs up, but also go on to my channel and subscribe for me, or YouTube will send their government men after me, and YouTube will drag me out of my home in the dark of the night and beat me with sticks. Nah, they won't do that. You like my cuckoo clock? Thank you. I'll show you. I'm a huge cuckoo clock fan. I only have one. It's not working at the moment because it needs to be cleaned. It's kind of gummed up. But I'd really like to have some more, but I don't have the money to spend to go out there and, you know, drop $400 or $500 to have them shipped from Germany. But I really like clocks and watches. So I'm a big fan of those type of things, and hats and tropical shirts. Well, good morning to all of y'all. Do you have a cuckoo clock yourself? We got 6 people in the house and only 3 thumbs up. So somebody's not doing their job. You gotta do your job. Oh man, bright and early in the morning. But it's cold here. I went outside and let the dogs out earlier, and I think it's 49, 50 degrees. So do you have cuckoo clocks yourself? If you do, that's cool, man. Clocks are cool. Oh, forgot I was reading about the new marijuana store. High Profile is the name, cannabis shop. You get 20% off your entire purchase. Get a penny pre-rolled or edible. Get a penny pre-roll or edible. I don't know what a penny is, but I guess it's okay. Let's be buds, as it says. Stab says, I live in Michigan. There's a town here called Frankenmuth. It's basically a little Germany. You can get them there. Nice. Huh. Yeah, we don't have a big German community in this part of the woods, so to speak. But I like clocks. I like cuckoo clocks. There's a lot of them I'd like to have. My aunt and uncle have one. Grew up playing with it. Yeah. My grandparents, they were my step grandparents, but they were actually German, real German. I have German blood, but they were real German, and they had two of them, one smaller one, and then one really, really nice one. Same thing. I kind of grew up with them, so I really like them. So I'd like to have another one. I'd like to have a really cool, colorful one that has the people on it where it spins through the doors, type of thing, and the bird goes cuckoo, cuckoo, whatever. Really similar to the one that we have, the one with the bird on top. I want the one with the big horns, that type. Michael McFarland's in the house. Everybody say hello to Mark Lynn. Michael McFarland. Michael, how did I say Markle? Man, having trouble talking today. Michael McFarland. I did Dave. You did Dave? I don't know if I like the way that sounds, Michael. Man, you mean you gave us a thumbs up? That's good, because I don't want you doing me, Dave. Michael. How are things in the Philippines with you, Michael? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going well in the Philippines. It's awesome, man, for sure. Yeah, clocks are cool, right? I had a grandfather clock, and I really love grandfather clocks. But they got damaged. So it went bye-bye. Yeah, I'm a big fan of I like the moon phase clocks, of the grandfather clocks where, the moon and the sun cycle through the moon phases. I like those. Michael says, I hit the like button. Thank you, Michael. That's what I thought you meant. But I just wanted to clarify, because sometimes you never know. You just never know, Michael. Yeah, the one that circles the moon around, those are cool. And cuckoo clocks, you can get them to be like a one-day clock, a 7-day, or an 8-day, and I think you can get some that are up to 11-day clocks, if I remember right. I got a collector Timex watch. Excellent. I'm actually looking at watches right now because, guys, I collect watches and I flip them. But I buy a lot of watches because I think they're fun. And I sell them, but I also give them away. I got a couple of friends that are into watches. So this year, I always buy them. And I buy brand new watches too, but not for me to wear. I have a small collection. I have about 5 right now in my personal collection. I got about another 20 in my closet, in my watch closet. Yeah, I really like the moon phases section. I even like them in the watches, is what I like. So I'm getting ready to buy a watch from the early 1990s. I'm watching it on eBay because I'm going to give it away as a Christmas gift. So, really, what kind of watches were you looking at? What are you into? And Michael, which collector Timex do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Which one do you have? Or what makes it a collector? As I guess, because you know, Timexes are actually made in the Philippines. Crazy, right? I always tell the story that when my wife and I were first married, she's from the Philippines, obviously. Her sister wanted what do they call it? Indiglo, if I remember right, an Indiglo watch for teaching that had the, you know, second hands and everything and the numbers. Oh, limited edition, okay? And so we went and bought her one, and I was shocked that I bought it here, and it said made in the Philippines, or assembled in the Philippines. So I bought a watch in America, right? A Timex, paid to ship it back to the Philippines, where it was assembled, where it would have probably cost me a tenth of the fraction of a tenth of the cost that I paid in America, plus the cost of shipping. I'm like, this just doesn't make sense. So I don't think I came out ahead on that deal. Limited edition. Is it kind of like a military style watch, or is it one of the Snoopy watches, or a sports watch, Michael? But yeah, what type of watches were you looking at last night? Got to love them. You do. You gotta love them. You gotta love watches. Oh, the Philippines or the watches, or both. You know. But after that, we started taking a hard look at. I would rather send money to the Philippines than I would send merchandise that's made in the Philippines or cheaper. You know, it just didn't make sense. So, but I like all watches. My dream watch is an Omega. That's my go-to watch if I could ever afford one. Would be an Omega. Olivia Sutton 21 Jewel just got stolen last night. Oh damn, that sucks. I think the one I'm really interested in, if I was rich, which I'm not, would be the Omega, and I want it to be the Blue Oyster. It has that bright blue oyster face. But the other thing I'm really into are rectangle watches. I like square or rectangle watches. I don't like big dials. So I like them to be small, non-intrusive. So it was your first big purchase? I bet, yeah. Man, that's not, no, well, I'm gonna double check what that looks like. Can I pull it up on my internet real quick, do you mind? I'd like to see a picture of it. I like watches. My wife likes purses. She's hoping to, she's hoping to get a Louis Vuitton one of these days. Sutton 21. Let me get over to images. Silver with the gray face. And what did you say it was? The silver with the gray face. I'm just trying to find an image of it. Ah, here it is. Let's get this image pulled up and I'll share it and make sure it's the right one. I got many, if I brought more from the US, I got about 7. Nice. That's a nice watch. Is this one you're referring to? a nice watch. I like the gray face a lot. It's a pretty watch. Let's see, I found a place, Claude's Jewelers has one that you can buy for $356. I don't know where Claude's is, but it has one. Nice, very nice. Right now, my favorite watch is a Truewood watch. Is my favorite watch. I've really gotten into, I think how cool it is that they're incorporating a lot of wood into watches. And so that's actually my favorite watch right now. And I got it, somebody gave it to me last year for Christmas, I think. So I really like it. It's right now my favorite watch until I get my next favorite watch. So I got a Louis Vuitton wallet my mom bought me for graduation. Still unsure how she could afford it. Yeah. Well, and a lot of people think, and I don't disagree with this, that Louis Vuitton and stuff like that is you're paying for the name, and I get that. You are paying for the name. Michael says, I tried to get my wife to buy me a Rolex, and she said, no. I think you did okay with that. Rolexes don't impress me, to be honest. They just don't. And I was telling somebody the other day that I know, the Louis Vuitton purses and things are overrated and they're not worth the money. But I think for a lot of women, it's about, at least from my wife's standpoint, she works hard. We've been married over 10 years now. She takes really good care of me. She kept me alive. I died 4 times on her. She has a good career. I think it's more of a symbol like, hey, I've made it. I've been successful. I'm from the Philippines where I was, not expected to have a good life. And here I am having a good life. I'm doing well in a corporate world in America. So I think for her, it's not necessarily a status thing, but a milestone for her. And I equate this to the same thing that when I was younger and I got, after a couple of years and I got teaching and I started making money and I had my house, I was able to buy my favorite Mustang convertible. I didn't need it. I only drove it on the weekends or used it here and there. But for me, it was one of those things where I went, yeah, I'm an adult now. All my hard work has paid off. So I understand why people don't like their wives having a Louis Vuitton purse or thinking that it's just about bragging rights. But for me, it's not that. We are related. Mustangs are my faves. Same here. I've always been a Mustang person, not really a Camaro person or a Corvette. I got an affinity for the older Mustangs. I had a 2005, the first year of the body change. And then our last one was the 2010 when they altered the back tail lights. But my dream is a 69 Mach 1. That's what I really want. So, but what are you going to do, right? And I want the 69 Mach 1 that's green and black with the black interior. I wanted to have the cheesy metal like blinds or what are they called on the side windows? I can't remember what they're called. No way, I just said that. Yes, well, you never know. It's a small world we live in. All right, we got a whole bunch of people in the background watching and listening to us. Why don't you guys come up front and drop a comment and let us know what you think? You know? So I need about $3,500, I think, to buy my wife a really good brand new Louis Vuitton, which is a lot of money. A lot of money. But what would you buy your wife or your partner if you thought they really deserved something? And don't say a Coke. You know, louvers, thank you. That's what they're called, louvers. I couldn't remember what they were called. But I even like the cheesy metal louvers. I remember those. And I would like to have that car to be factory. I'm one of these guys that love cars, but I want them to be factory. So, you know. But one of the, I don't know what watches you've been looking at, but Invictas are extremely popular watches, but don't pay retail for them. You can get them a fraction of the cost everywhere. So don't do that. Those are the ones they sell on cruise ships all over the place, Invictas. And they have a lot of cool styles, and there's some really nice ones. They're good quality, but never pay retail for an Invicta. So you like the Mopars. Nice, okay. Michael's favorite car, if he's still listening, Michael, your favorite car is a Tut-Tut, right? Is that right? I don't like them. What, Tut-Tuts? Mustangs? Daytonas? Women? Purses? Rolexes? Yeah, I'm not a Rolex fan. I do like their Blue Oyster. That Blue Oyster face on Rolexes, but I don't want a Rolex. I have no desire. I'm just not a Rolex person. I do like Omega watches. But I like watches that are simple and clean. I don't like them to be big and bulky and gaudy and flashy. I just want them to look good, to be clean. Just because they didn't make a lot, you never did see them. Well, that's true. That's true. That's true, but so someday when I win the lottery, I'll buy my wife a purse, and I will buy myself an Omega watch, and then I'll go into hiding and probably have a heart attack and die because we actually won the lottery, right? You know, so so. Dennis, good morning, Dennis. Like my AC clean also. Arm candy clean. Well, I like my arm candy clean too. You know, I got the best Filipino arm candy in the business. Now, let me tell you. I'm trying to figure out how to buy her a purse, but I still just don't know if it. Plus, I already bought her a Christmas present and she doesn't know it. Because I thought she wanted it, and I know she wants it. She doesn't know that she's getting it, but I know it will give her a lot of, I gotta be quiet because she may be snooping. Her girlfriends will be kind of jealous, and they can all use it, so I bought it, and it's coming today. I'm hoping it comes after she goes to work, because I need to get it in the house, and I need to hide it. Because she's such of a snooper. But I'd like to buy her a nice purse, a Louis Vuitton, because that's her dream. But I just can't do it. Right now, I just can't do it. Dennis, thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Thank you. You know, The gentleman you and I have discussed multiple times did come to the live stream last night. I think he realized he didn't have a wrench anymore and left. But everybody was nice to him. Mark Bill says, Steve Jobs said he took years to understand that Timex and Rolex give you the same thing. The time, I know, right? A Honda or Mercedes gets you to the same destination, I know it. A house size is only a room at a time and is usable, absolutely. I remember reading that too. And I've actually heard that from other philosophers. And I like it. I like that philosophy. I wish I had it. I wish I could embrace that. But I gotta admit, having a cool blue, watery, fishy looking shirt is better than having an ugly shirt. So I wish I could embrace that. We all know it, right? Now, we do kind of do that with the car situation, guys. I mean, if I was rich, I would give everybody money and buy shit. But I drive a 2008 truck, right? And then my wife, I keep her in the good car. So she has a 21 Subaru. So that's our good car. And then we have my old beat up fishing truck. Because I won't waste money, because since I don't drive a lot, on something that you don't drive. The truck is fine to sit out in the driveway for 2 weeks and never be started. And I only paid $8,000 for it. You know what I mean? So we do learn as we get older, some things the hard way. Money is just a tool to get things we enjoy in life. Money itself isn't the prize. It's not. And that's where I talk to you guys about this. And Mark, thank you for being here, buddy. If I didn't say hello to you, good morning. I know it's, it's like we just said, a Walmart bag and a Louis Vuitton purse, they do almost exactly the same thing. Now, the difference is, and what the difference between the two is this. If my wife carries a Walmart bag into a party, she's going to feel shame. If she carries a Louis Vuitton purse into a party, then she knows all the other girls are going to be jealous of her, and that boosts the ego. So maybe what we're paying for is, right, they do the same thing, but they invoke different emotions, right? Watches, for me, don't really invoke emotions. I like watches. But I don't get any emotional feel out of watches. I just think they're interesting and cool, like clocks. I dig cuckoo clocks. I don't get any. When I first started studying cuckoo clocks, I thought they were very complicated, but they're not. They're really simple mechanisms. What makes them cool is the scroll work and all the wood detail, not the cuckoo mechanism. So you put a Walmart bag on your shoulder. That's right. Maybe you put the Walmart bag inside of the Louis Vuitton. I call it King Louis, because as much as those purses cost, right? There should be a king, king's ransom. Maybe you put the Walmart bag inside of the Louis Vuitton purse so that the stuff in your, whatever goes in a girl's purse, doesn't stain or mess up the bag. So, but us men, we see it real simple. A bag is a bag is a bag is a bag. A wallet is a wallet is a wallet is wallet, But women see things differently. But then again, I got to be fair. And thank everybody for watching this morning. Thank you for subscribing and hitting that like button early. I got to be fair. Not every fishing pole or fishing reel is the same. Okay? So now they all catch fish, right? And we're going to go with old Jobs' theory. Even a piece of a stick with a string can catch a fish. But I can catch a lot more fish with a really good rod and reel than I can a stick and string. I don't know. Is that a bad analogy? Am I butchering? Am I perverting Jobs' theory on simplicity? Am I justifying how to get my fishing pole that I want, which I already have a lot of in the garage? And that's the other thing. If we men, if you collect watches and you have a lot of watches, if you collect hats and you have a lot of hats, if you collect cars and you have a lot of cars, or you go fishing a lot and you have a lot of fishing stuff, can we really tell the wife or the boyfriend or the girlfriend, whatever our partner may be, I don't really think you need. I don't think we can do that. I think we have to lead by example, and I have not led by example. I am not led by example. So I can't go, well, you shouldn't buy any purses or what does she like? She likes purses. Anything else? Not really. Well, she likes to decorate the house, but all women do that. It's called nesting. AC is great collector's items. They are. My wife is collecting Christmas stuff right now because we're having a big Christmas party on the 14th, which Dennis, we know you're going to fly down and join us for. So, what do? We have to kind of let them, because how can I justify the $8, $9, $10,000 of the fishing shit I have in the garage? How can I justify that if I can't let them go and do that? But they do collect. Some of us men, we are the collector of arm candy, Dennis. See, some of us, we collect arm candy. Yeah. Truth, I've had Louis Vuitton wallet for 7 years. Now, it just doesn't break all my other wallets. Yeah, and I agree with that. I do think there's a better quality. There is quality. I get that there is quality in things. Mark says, of course, your first thought was his philosophy is easy when you were worth billions. That's correct, right? If you have billions of dollars, you can lecture about any damn thing, right? You can tell other people how bad they are. Many spend money on things they don't need, with money they don't have, to impress people they really don't know. I agree. And I think that's one of our big fundamentals, what's wrong with society. I really do. And I think it's one of the reasons, and I'm going to say this, I think the Philippines is changing, and I'm going to do a video one of these days about the difference between a 25-year-old Filipino girl and a 25-year-old Filipino girl from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But I do think our world is becoming that. You see it all over. When you see people in third world countries walking around with fake Gucci bags, you kind of got to go, wouldn't a Walmart bag be just okay? I know you got some, they're blowing around behind you. So, hey, Sanders in the house, good morning. Thank you for being here. I wish I had billions so I could, if I had billions of dollars like Elon and all these other silly people, I would want to be high on my horse too. I would want to stand up and say, no, you people don't need anything. You shouldn't buy anything. Just follow my great philosophy, because, I can do whatever I want. So, HTN's in the house, and hello. Dennis is here, everybody. Everybody say hello to everybody. Stab is here. They like my clock and my watches, and we're talking about watches, clocks, money, women. And I said Dennis is here already. Keeping up with the Joneses is way too hard. It is, and it's not worth it. And I don't even like the damn Joneses. They're assholes. Sorry. But I don't like them. When we get older, I think our perspective changes. I think when we get older, as we get older, we start to realize, at least for me, let me speak for me, I guess. Kiko's in the house. Hey, Michael, Canuck, and Henry. And we got some other people in here too. Kiko, so say hi to everybody. Everybody say hello to each other. If you have a channel, you guys go and subscribe. You know, Sanders has a channel. Stab, I don't know if I ever asked you if you had a YouTube channel or not. But the older we get, I hope we get wiser. And we learn that we don't need as much stuff. But why do I, if that's the case, right? If the theory is when we get older, we learn that life is better simple and we don't need 30,000 cars and 800 hats, then why when we die does it take people weeks and weeks to clean out all the shit out of our houses? You know? Yep, just stuff from when I was younger. When we keep up with them, they should keep up with, there you go, that's the way to look at it. Why am I keeping up with the Joneses? The Joneses need to keep up with me. And I do have that philosophy, Henry, and I've told my wife that over the years, we don't compete. We don't care what others think or what others do. We're going to go and do what we want to do, and I don't care if anybody else likes it or doesn't like it or not. If they hate us for it, I don't care. If they turn around next week and do the exact same thing that we just did, because just consider it flattery. So I don't believe in getting in competition with others about stuff, because I don't really care. Henry says, hey, Kiko, got a couple hundred views on one video. Nice. So you have a channel. I'll go and check your channel out in a little bit. So if you'll go check out Sanders, he has a channel. He'll get back to you, and I'll get back to you. Diana's back in the house. Hello, good morning to you, Diana. How are you? Diana's going to be the voice of reason amongst all of us idiot men. I know she will be. I know she will be. I enjoy doing the YouTube. I hope someday I will become like Mr. Monster, except for the perverted stuff, but, you know, rich like him. So, someday. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. There you go, I like that, I like that. That should be a bumper sticker. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. Hey, Dennis is saying good morning to Buys Arm Candy and Common Sense Yank. Dennis, I'm going to let you know that Kiko wasn't very nice to me last night. He said the hat that I was wearing last night was ugly. Can you believe that? He doesn't even own a hat, and he's calling my hat ugly. The one I had on last night. Agent says, there you go. It's about you, not them. Who cares what they do? They aren't you. I agree with that. They don't pay my bills. I don't really give a crap what anybody does. I don't let people affect me negatively. I really don't. I try hard not to. I know that's difficult, but I really do work on that. Thank you all for thumbing up and chatting with me. H-N says, hello, Diana and Dennis. Kiko, the Common Sense Canuck, and all. Just animated music video. I don't know if you enjoy the pops. I'm not. You're probably 25 years old. I'm probably 24. I think you're probably older than me, man. Come on, man. Mark says, my experience is when you're younger, you are starving to upsize, yes, and to get stuff. And when you get older, you work hard to simplify and downsize. That's because that's what we're taught in America. We're taught when we're young, you got to achieve. And then when you get old, you got to get rid of it so your kids aren't burdened with it. You said cheap, not ugly? Well, it's the same damn thing. You know, what's the difference between cheap and ugly? Oh, maybe you're rich, because I told you that hat cost me $180 like 15 years ago. Maybe 18 years ago. And so $180 is cheap? Man, you must be rich, Kiko. Everybody, Kiko's rich. He'll give you all the money you want. He's like Steve Jobs, you know. Wow, Kiko, lost that status as married 2 times. uh, Diana saying hello to everybody. Close 24. See, I can do math in my head. I can get within 10 or 15 years of anything. Yep, all the pressure is definitely on to be successful. It is, and it shouldn't be, but it is. It is. Even when we're little kids, our parents drill that into our brains. You got to be successful. You don't want to be like, I was gonna say, you don't want to be like Mike, but Michael Jordan was extremely successful, so I guess maybe you do want to be like him. You know, can't be rich after raising 7 kids, Kiko says. Well, but you're rich in other ways, you know. We're all rich. It just depends on your definition, your point of view. I mean, look, I'm rich today. I got a thing in the mail where I can buy marijuana in the state of Missouri, even though I don't live there. And I can get 20% off my entire purchase, and or I guess get a penny, which I don't know what that is, because I don't think it's a penny, a penny pre-rolled or eligible on my second visit. So I'm wealthy today. I got some free stuff. Well, I think we're taught that good parents teach their children. I don't have children, so I'm not a good parent. Good parents do feel like it's their obligation, good ones, to instill upon their children to do better than me. Bad parents never bring that up. It's not a penny. Well, what is it? Is that why you're going to Missouri? Exactly. But I think it's good for parents to try to get you to be better than them. My dad never mentioned that to me, that I should do better than him. You know, it was kind of the opposite. Don't do better than me, boy. Well, I might go to Missouri now that. What is a penny? I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to tell me what a penny is, friend. You can get a 100 milligram edible, buy one, get one for 1 penny. Bring in for a free gift while supply lasts. So I'm rich today. It's in Michigan too. Okay. 4 dispensaries within your house. Well, the interesting, we have medical marijuana in Arkansas. We did just pass an amendment to where there can be, it can get a broader scope. Before, we only had like 10 dispensaries in the whole state. And who could grow it in the state was like 4 people. So they really had to monopolize, it was a monopoly on it. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. And somebody, my brother down in Texas told me the other day that they changed their rules in Texas because it's illegal in Texas to buy and or sell. But they're not going to prosecute you if you have 4 grams or less. 4 grams or 4 ounces? 4 grams. 4 ounces in Texas? So they changed the rule in Texas that as long as you're only possessing it, not using it, not buying it, not selling it, just possessing it, they're not going to throw you into prison. Dave's going into the weed business. Well, man, I don't think I'm smart enough for the weed business, Michael, to be honest. But if I could, I would. But I just don't think I'm smart enough. There are so many dispensaries here, it's crazy. More than liquor stores. That's funny. Not in Arkansas. I mean, But maybe that's going to change now with the new amendment to our Constitution. But I think, but we talked about that. Marijuana should just be legal everywhere, and all the taxes should be collected and given to me. For your first time, you get the 20%, and they discount the pre-roll to 1 cent. A pre-roll. Get a, oh. Well, okay. What's a pre-roll? I don't know what a pre-roll means. You get a penny you get a penny, you pay a penny for a pre-roll or an eligible. You mean like a marijuana joint? A joint? They pre-roll the joint for you? Got to have the Peter Frampton music on in the background. No, man. Can't do it, man. I get copyrighted and YouTube sends me nasty things and says that Kiko got you in trouble again. So, it's a joint already rolled. All right, well, why don't they just say that? Why don't they just say it's a joint? What's with all the new terminology? Jeez. Come on, man. I mean, just say it's a joint. I mean, when I would buy it as a kid, sometimes you roll your own, sometimes it came in a bag you already rolled. It was a joint. You know, it's a joint, whether you roll it or he rolls it, it's still a joint. Man, people are trying to make things too complicated. Man, I need to get into that business and straighten them out. Not you, not now, just while smoking it. Well, but I don't like to smoke. One thing I don't do is smoke. I'll never smoke. I haven't a copyright strike in a while. Well, let me put one in for you. I'm going to go find a video you did, Michael, and say that you stole that music from me and see if we can get you one. I haven't had one in forever either because Kiko's been behaved lately. So, that's old school. Got to be different. Maybe they got to modernize it, you know, because they don't want the young people, like Stab here, doesn't want to be associated with those old farts who used to smoke joints back in the day. But now they got to get it pre-rolled. Wait until they ask if you want deli flour or pre-packed. What the hell? Deli flour or pre-packed? I don't know what those are either. The whole generation, the woke generation that does that, yes. I got the gummies or the edibles. They were really good tasting. I had mango and grape. And they were really good, but they would just put me to sleep. So, that damn woke generation always trying to, you know, reinvent the wheel instead of just accepting the wheel that the wheel is round. You know, the wheel doesn't need spanglies on it and all that stuff. No, I preferred old people. I can't learn anything from people my age. Oh, I agree with that. You're a very wise young man, my friend. You're a very, very wise young man. Michael is throwing up a gang flag. What gang sign are you throwing up, Michael? I can't tell. It's so little. I'm going to start a greenhouse come spring. Vegetables, fruits, might as well throw some greenery in there design. I agree. That's one thing we want to do when we go to Alabama. We want to put in a greenhouse because we really do. I know we're old, or I'm old. My wife says she's not. But I dig gardening. We get it. You know, when you're old, gardening's cool, right? When you're young, not so much. But we'd like to put a greenhouse in, garden in Alabama, and then be able to grow some tomatoes and things over the winter. Hopefully, you know, we can do that late into the fall, early in the spring in Alabama. So I'm with you. We would, I've looked at the greenhouses. I know which one I want. I want a Yoder built one, greenhouse. It's kind of like an Amish built greenhouse. Like it very much. Not cheap, so I'll have to sell my body on the internet to get one, but we will definitely do it. But we liked it. We have to grow vegetables in pots here because our ground is so horrible. There's no fertilization. We can barely grow grass. It's so bad here. Yeah, Kiko's right. Now our problem is that we didn't listen to the old people when we were your age, young man. We knew it all. I know. The wise people will always admit there's always something to learn. Pictures of your feet? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, like OnlyFans. You think so? I got a bunch of scars and my feet are numb all the time. You know, they have the neuropathy in them, and I've had a bunch of surgeries on them. So I get sores on them a lot because I can't feel where I walk, and I cut my feet all the time. You think that would get me extra money? If I show my foot being wounded, would I get extra money, Diana? Can I make some money? Maybe I'll start an OnlyFans page with tore up feet, you know. And I'm too cheap to pay a foot person to make my feet look prettier. I'm too damn cheap for that. Might excite some people. I know it might excite Kiko. Oh, Stabs, stick around. Just don't listen to David. There's actually wise people in this chat. Ooh, ooh, ugh, ugh. Oh, I think I am having a heart attack for that one, Kiko. My goodness. Don't listen to Kiko. You know, he thinks a $180 hat is cheap, so he's not in touch with reality, you know. Some of us spend $180 on a hat and go, man, that's a lot of big, big, big money. Kiko, nah, cheap hat. Touch. But you never know. I do think, I can think of a couple people I've learned a lot from that are older than me. And the best thing you can do to learn Kiko is by observing people. You don't necessarily have to have a dialogue with them. And I mean this, I really do. The best way to learn from people is to watch. Sit back, learn. But I think maybe I will do it. The only problem is, who's going to take the pictures of my feet? You know? I'd have to hire somebody to come and take pictures of my feet. French, not touch. Torch. Well, you'll get over it, Kiko. See, you're fancy. Now you speak French, you speak Italian, German, you can afford $180 hats, and you raised 7 kids. My God, you must be rolling in the dough. You were in the military? You lived all over the place? Man, you are just something, yeah. Man, I can't even afford 20% off medical marijuana. Hit the mark. So, today's Friday, by the way. Sanders says, guess you would have to bank, look at your feet, listen to me. Blank look on your feet. Guess you would have a blank look on your feet, on your face, listening to me. Oh, I see what you're saying. I had the foot in my brain still. I'm sorry. Sanders is saying, guess you would have a blank look on your face, listening to me. I don't know. You and I have talked, you know. Michael says he needs a 5X cowboy hat. He will shit bricks at this price. Yeah, his head's so big, you mean? Is that where you're going, a 5X cowboy hat? Cowboy hats aren't cool. Joseki is the most interesting man. You know, he was part of my coma. He sure the hell was. Michael says, no. What do you mean no? What do you mean, Michael? Needs a 5XL cowboy hat. He will shit bricks at the price. Oh, the quality? Yeah. Still have last night's hairdo? Me? It's the only hairdo I have. It's the only hairdo I have. See? That's because you got me riled up, Kiko. I need it. Well, yeah, it's too early in the morning to get my hair cut. I got to go get it done later. Dana says, a lot of people think I'm smart. I let them think what they want. I'll play the part. They won't bother me then. They look on their face as prices when they really figure things out. Well, I'm the opposite. A lot of people think I'm dumb, so I play the part. And you'd be amazed the look on their face when they figure it out. You know. Oh, I didn't know that, Michael. Mike, I didn't know that. So you're saying the cowboy hats are rated on quality based on the number of X's. I didn't know that. I had no clue about that, to be honest. I don't wear cowboy hats but that's interesting, Michael. See, I learned something new today. That's cool. So Kiko wouldn't be able to afford a half of an X. That's what I said, silly. I know. You're certifiable or certified? I was certified at one point in time, but now I'm certifiable. There's a big difference, Kiko. So, I think it's good to never tip your hat, so to speak, Diana. I think it's good to let people make assumptions about ourselves and let them find out the hard way whether they were right or wrong. One thing I used to love to do is just like films. Hey, Michael. Oh, Michael knows about those X-rated films too, doesn't he? Is you want to sit back when you read a room. If you're new to a room and you don't know the people, you want to sit back and let everybody else run their mouths so you can figure out who's full of shit and who's not. Exactly. It's kind of funny. It is fun. It's funny and fun. And I would try to do that a lot. I would try to just come in and act like I was the fish out of water. Gee, do I really belong here? And if it interested me, I would stick around. If it was stupid crap, I would just, I got another meeting I got to go to. Sorry, guys. But, But you learn a lot about people when you're in a big meeting and people are talking, you learn a lot. My phone died. I didn't realize it was dying. That's because you're 25 years old and you think your battery life is going to last forever. You young people just don't think you got to go plug things in once in a while. Us old people know that we got to plug electronics in to get them to work, because that's how electricity work. Let's see. Them hats were no X's. Kiko says, always about fish. That's right. Fish, 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 fish. I am back. I'm back in the saddle, baby. I always play stupid just to mess with people who think they know everything and they know nothing. I agree. See, Michael says, I got 2 cell phones. See, he's one of those ones in the meeting going, hey, So, I hate it when I had to lead meetings, to be honest, because, I worked around people but I'll tell you 2 different sides of this coin. I worked around really smart people. But one thing I found in my life, because being at the college level and the government level and all that, we worked around a lot of smart people. But one thing I found is the more specialized their PhD was, the dumber they were. Sorry. See, Diana says, right now I have 4 cell phones. Man, you guys are all rich. I barely have one, and I don't even know where it is. Yeah, oh, wait, we're talking on it. You got more residents than cell phones. Yes. Michael has residences everywhere. 5 or 6 in the Philippines, 10 or 12 in America. It's just crazy, man, crazy. It's all you fancy people with all your cell phone technology, man. Whatever happened to the dial-up phone? Did you see that? There's a cute little cartoon I saw on Facebook the other day that some little kids are looking at a picture of a dial-up phone, and one little kid says to the other little kid, wow, they must have had really big pockets back then. See, look at Michael. 3 residences in the Philippines, 3 in America, probably 3 in Thailand, 3 in Europe. You know, you're talking about a rich American Filipino. Man, look at him. Styling and profiling. How many phones you said you got, Michael? You're talking on 2 of them right now? I can barely use 1 phone at a time. I don't know how anybody can use 2 phones at a time. I pay for 5 people. I'm only using 1 out of the 5. You sound like my brother, Kiko. That's why, you know, my brother, you know, yeah, I'm with you. I pay for I guess I pay for 3 and use 1. No thanks. Got 3 tabs, 3 tables, 2 cell phones, a laptop I hate. Basically, it's a waste of money. Yes, I can keep extra phones once I get a new wife sends them to the Philippines. We used to do that, and we quit doing that. We quit doing that. We didn't like the attitude that came with it, you know, and we don't like the attitude, the phone attitude from her sister, you know. So, but then again, we don't get to talk to the nieces and nephews anymore because the sister's still mad at us because we promised that if her kids lived in America, the kids, long after she's long and dead, would inherit our money, not her. So, yeah, I have a tablet. I have one right here. We have a bunch of tablets. I have an Xbox, a phone, a PC my uncle gave me. Nice. Wife took 3 previous iPhones back with her last time she visited the Philippines. Yeah. We don't do that. I think we left a couple of iPads. We have a lot of iPads, and we quit buying them. The one I have now that I use is probably 3 years old. And we have some other ones that are kind of wore out, but they're still good for playing games on, I guess, and the internet. And then I have a PC, and we have 4 or 5 laptops. Lorelai has a laptop in her office. And I have a laptop that I've had for almost 20 years. Still works. It's not broke, you don't fix it. Yeah. The laptop is, I can't get rid of it. It's a great big heavy duty HP thing. I mean, it weighs 50 or 60 pounds. I've had it for over 20 years. But I bought it like 20 years ago, 22 years ago. And it made me so much money when I was teaching and doing consulting work that I just can't get rid of it. I'm attached. I don't use it. It's just stuck in that closet. But I would feel bad to throw it away because I paid like $550 for it way back then. So it wasn't top of the line, but I used it in all my consulting work, and it made me so much money. I just feel bad throwing it in the garbage. Granite or limestone? I know, right? So I can't get rid of it. I just can't do it. But it's a heavy sucker. And I got the original Dell case, no, HP case. No, it's a Dell, sorry. But I used it. I have the original projector that I took with me to my consulting work. I have it all. It's no good anymore, but I don't know. I've had this phone for 2 years now. I'll keep it until they smash this one too. Well, we got new phones when we got back to the country, so I don't know what we have. We have the 14 Pro XLs or whatever they're called, and I'm going to try to get us to keep these until until the 20s come out. Because now I know the 16s are out, right? And that one person, Kiko, that you know who I'm talking about, is already wanting a 16. And I'm like, well, look, her contract is up in a few months on the 14 whatever. Once she's off of my account, she can go get her own 16. So yeah, I like it, I guess. I mean, I was perfectly happy with my iPhone 7R or 7S or I don't know, whatever you call it, when I first met my wife. But you know, it's the women folk that want us make us get better phones. I was really happy with my Motorola phone, my little clam phone. Remember those? I was really happy with that, but it didn't FaceTime. Kiko says, I got my first iPhone this past summer. After always having Androids, I got the cheapest SE model, I guess. Do you like it, but compared to the Androids? Yeah, that new Z Fold thing that makes like a tablet or whatever, it looks cool. Michael says, I'm not an Apple guy. Well, Michael, you know what the rule is. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. They also do the same thing, they just make it slower so you can get a new AK plan. Yes, I know. They keep us, it's like a drug. They try to convince us we got to have the latest, greatest, you know, and then they're out of date in about 3 months after we buy them. Yep, Andrew says, I still like my flip phone, my flip phone. You got a lot of doctors see you because you're not taking your apple a day. I had a 7, similar to the same size as a 7. Yes. So yeah, Eve also screwed us up with the apple damn thing. No nurses in the Philippines. That's right, Kiko. Did you see that title? I just got done reading the article about it. Ooh, crap. I almost cut my foot off. Yeah, apparently the Philippines is in a nursing shortage. America is stealing all the nurses from the Philippines. The Philippines the same. So the Philippines is having to figure out a new methodology to keep their nurses away from the great country of America. I don't want an apple that already has a bite taken out of it. There you go. Like I'm being ripped off. Man, you took 1/8 of my apple out of here. So yeah, the Philippines is, they say they're going to make the nurses work less, pay them more, give them a better quality of life, blah, 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 so that they won't run off to America and become a nurse. Replying to Michael, no nurses. Oh, doctors, nurses. Well, I was talking about nurses earlier in the video. Sorry, Kiko. Didn't mean to get you off track, and back onto track. But that's all right, Kiko. But it goes both ways. Works both ways, right? Oh no, it wouldn't be good for your future feet pictures. Oh, well, maybe it would be, right? All shredded and bloodied, and maybe I could make some real money. It could be the X-rated version or the R version. I guess they need to better pay the scale to keep them. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. They got to pay them better, make them work less, give them better working environment, and make it education-wise easier for people to become nurses in the Philippines. So they also talked about how they're going to do like a marketing campaign to try to talk more Filipinas into becoming nurses in the Philippines. So Michael says, we got 5 hospitals in this little town. Nice. How many nurses? Kiko wants to know where the nurses are. Yes, Kiko. They got to pay the agencies back. But now, depending on your status, you can come over here, you can go through an independent. You can become a nurse in America if you work with the hospital independently, and they can sponsor you. And so you don't have to go through an agency. But yes, it's like the teachers. They go through agencies to get here. But once nurses are here, they are automatically permanent residents, unlike teachers. Doctors are kind of short. Well, get them some lifts to put in their shoes so they'll be taller. We got a friend we got a lot of friends that are nurses here from the Philippines, but our good friend who has only been here a little bit over a year as a nurse, but she didn't come over here on a work visa. She came over here on a K-1 visa to marry her Filipino-American husband, and she's working as a nurse. And she's a level 3 neonatal nurse, pushing about 90 grand a year. But she will openly tell you and admit it's a lot harder than working in Dubai. She spent the last 5 years working in Dubai. And she said, man, we work way harder in America than we ever did in Dubai. But I think she's getting used to it. She's been doing it for now, pushing a year. I think she's starting to get used to it. But I think the American, and maybe that's why we don't have any Americans, or not as many Americans want to be nurses, because it's really hard work here, apparently. He goes, my boyfriend did the first 3 years indentured servitude, yes. Then was free at last to collect her full salary, physical therapist, now a PhD. I remember you telling me about her. Yep, they got to do that. They have to sign a contract to pay all the money back or to work it out. But the good thing is they are permanent residents and they don't have to wait. Then they can apply for citizenship after 5 years. Unlike Lorelei's sister, who's a teacher in Illinois, in Chicago, which was stupid of her, but whatever. She'll never become a citizen at all. She'll never become a permanent resident. She has to go back. This is her 2nd year. She has 1 more year, then she has to go back, and she can apply for 2 more years from there. MJ's Filipino retirement is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. How are you doing today in the Philippines? Michael McFarland's in the house. Kiko's in the house. Dennis is in the house. Who else is in the house? Diana's in the house. Let me scroll up and see who's all here. Our good new friend Stab is in the house. Henry's in the house. Whole bunch of people in the house. Everybody say hello to Michael's Filipino retirement, or MJ's Filipino retirement. It used to be Michael Johnson's Motion to Music, but now he's changed that because he wants to be popular like me, so. Ain't that right, Michael? The soul says, hey, hey, hey. Isn't it? Hey, Paula. Hey, Paula. Is that hey, hey, hey? Or is that Jude? Hey, Jude. You guys don't want me to sing this early. I know Kiko does it. But MJ, Michael, I hope you're doing well in the Philippines. Hope everything's going well for you. Yeehaw. Hey, MJ. MJ, it's very good to have you here today from the HT and the N. Are you guys doing big storms in the Philippines? Entertainment is back. Entertainment is in the house. Hola. Hello to you, my good friend. Thank you very, very much for being here. How are you? I hope all is well for you this bright night and morning. It is, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. It's a beautiful morning. It's cloudy, may rain, it's cold, it's windy. It's a beautiful morning. I woke up this morning, I got the dogs outside, got them to pee, gave Daisy her heart medicine, gave Lily her eyeball medicine, and now they're sleeping again. So, and it's already 11 o'clock here where we are. Man, day's going by fast. Day is going by. Lorelai, my wife, guys, by the way, she's going to try to do a live stream this weekend. I think I'm going to try to get her to do it. She may come home tonight after work and do a live stream while the Philippines is awake during the night tonight. So Lorelai may do a live stream. So you guys be a watch out for her. I'll probably do one later too, but she's she wants to start doing more on the weekends when she's off. So if you see her, make sure that you're nice to her. Finally, a Friday without high school football game. Why is there no high school football? What's wrong with this? Is it over already? MJ says, last couple of tropical depressions have moved north and missed us. I believe only the very top of the northern part of Luzon was affected. All right. We had I can't remember if it was a tropical storm, Henry may know, or a hurricane that hit Cuba the other day. Since it hit Cuba, we didn't pay any attention. And James says, it's just playoffs now. Local team didn't make it. Okay. Oh, playoff time for high school. Well, I haven't been in high school in many, many years, you know. So, you know, Kiko. Hello, my grandpapa from Berlin. Everybody say hello to Berlin. Thank you for being here. It's, I'm happy. At least I'm not the Grand Poobah. Where is that from? Grand Poobah, was that from the Flintstones? Maybe I could become the Grand Poobah. Grand Boomba. How are things in your part of the world, Blinn? Hey, Michael from HTN. Hello, Blinn. From Diana down in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Big man Henry down. What's the temp like at your house, Henry? Are you in the 70s? Furry's here. Hello, mate. Good to have you. Thank you for being here. How are things in your world? I hope all is well in your part of the world. Are you going to have any big plans for today? What's on your agenda? Beautiful, 60 degrees and sunny. It's 60 there. It's not even 60 degrees here, Kiko. Diana, what's your temperature? Hey, Fury. And I call it furry because I like the word furry better than fury. So yes, I know. Well, I got to check to see if my picture got in a magazine. I submitted a bunch of photographs to a magazine, and I just got the magazine. I didn't get an email saying my picture was in there, but it's a free magazine, so I didn't have to buy it. So I need to look real quick, and if my picture's in here, I'll show it to you. And if it's not in here, I'm not going to show it to you. I'm starting to think it's not in here. I don't think they like me. 75, getting hotter. Hey, Soother and everyone. Everybody say hello to everybody. Oh, I promise I'm going to take my wife to this place. What happened? I can't see the camera. Here. We're gonna go see this during the winter. She likes Christmas, so we're gonna go see this place. Hey, Soother and everyone. Let me check. I'm almost done checking. No. I put a whole many, I mean, how many of those pictures do they need that aren't mine? How come they couldn't put my picture in here? Bastards. See if I send them any more pictures. Diana says it's 60 degrees there. See, it's 55 here. We must be in a wind vortex where we're colder than Oklahoma and colder than up north in the land of Pennsylvania, you know? So, but yeah, I got to take Lorelai to the Big Cedar Lodge place. They got caves there. You get to ride in a golf cart and drive around through these caves and these trails, but they decorate it really pretty for Christmas. And since she's such a Christmas girl, we're going to go up there one day and check that out. James, 55 degrees in San Francisco. It's winter here right now, about 3 degrees Celsius. Holy crap. 3 degrees Celsius, 55 here under clear skies in San Francisco. James Robinson in the house. Everybody say hello to James. James, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. I was talking about your article you sent me earlier, but Kiko didn't want to hear about it. Kiko said, you know, look, I don't really give a shit about nurses. I don't care. So he didn't want to hear about the nurses. Just saying. But I read your article, and I was going to talk a little bit. I talked to him about that. Now, we're going to Cedar Lodge. The caves we went to were similar. You ride through that cave in Missouri. I think it's called Mammoth Caves or something. I don't remember what it's called. I did a video on it. But this is a luxury resort up in by Branson, Missouri. And they have their own caves and their own trails, and you rent golf carts, and you get to tool around and check the caves out. And there's some beautiful sceneries, and they got like $1 million food. You didn't believe that article? What do you mean? I believed it. I thought it made sense. I think they do have, and I've heard it before, that there's a nursing shortage in the Philippines. Because one, for the most part, the Philippines, nobody wants to be a nurse in the Philippines because it doesn't pay enough. Here. We're going to go to Big Cedar Lodge. And so they got like a nature conservation area, but they will decorate with Christmas lights and do all of that stuff. So there's nothing quite like coming home to Big Cedar Lodge during the holiday season. So it's a different cave system than the one we were at last year, earlier this year. Diana says, so she also made over the cover picture in Search and Find activity book, last year's Christmas edition. Oh, cool. Michael McFarland says, I go to Branson, they got beer there. They got beer everywhere. You know, Michael. Hidden minerals. Well, if you can see them, they're not hidden, are they, James? So, well, and Cedar Lodge is outside of Branson, Missouri, is where it is. I mean, literally, you got to drive by it to get into Branson. So, it's kind of like going to Silver Dollar City. It's going to be all decked out in Christmas crap. So my wife loves Christmas, so she's from the Philippines. There you go. I wonder if cedar caves have many minerals. Yes, except for they're not hidden because you can see them. Because if they were hidden, we wouldn't be able to see them. Glenn, you got to remember, too many emojis, Nightbot gets mad at you. My wife is still sleeping. She goes to work. She works late, and then she was up late because Lily was having problems. So our dog Lily was having problems, so she stayed up late taking care of Lily. Wake up your wife, ask her to come and say hi to she viewers that she wants to see. No, James, when you're married, one thing you don't do is wake up your wife and tell them to do anything. But I was telling guys earlier that she's going to do some live streams on the weekends now, maybe during the night and stuff. She wants to do a little bit more live streaming like this without me. She enjoyed doing one she did a while back, and so she's going to start doing some more, but she doesn't want me there. So she'll probably do it while I'm asleep. But yeah, one thing I've learned, is I don't wake her up. And Lynn says, okay. So, but she's going to do lives. And she was on the live stream election night when she got home. We were still live at midnight when she came home. So she was on the live stream for a while on election night. Samar says, I love NATO. Well, okay. I'm glad you love something. It's important to love somebody. Do you have a metal detector there? Maybe you can bring that along. Well, I don't think they're private caves. They're not going to want me to treasure hunt in their caves. I do have one, but it's for the beach. But they're not going to let me go through their caves digging through stuff. You got to stay on the path. You can't touch things. You got to stay inside the golf cart, and they won't let you touch anything. Got to watch out for Nightbot. You got to watch out for Nightbot. It will smack you. So we do have caves in Arkansas that you can get into and touch and poke and prod, and a lot of them, some of them had Civil War stuff in them, but they've been picked through like crazy. But all the caves you see in us on the video, and this one at Big Cedar Lodge, they're privately owned, and they dictate the rules, and they don't even want you touching the walls of the caves because they don't want you to disrupt the ecosystem. So we won't get to do that, but we'll take the cameras and the gyro thingy, whatever you want to call it, the gimbal with us, and if we go up there, we'll give you guys a tour of Big Cedar Lodge and anywhere else we go. We're going to go to, I think we're going to Branson this weekend. Oh, God, no, James. You're going to get me in trouble. James, ooh, you're her favorite person right now. If I did that, I'd be having to come live with you. Take the camera with you, let everybody see her snoring, wake her up and say, hi. Your viewers wanted to say hi. Yeah, well, man, James, I'd be having to walk my way all the way to California just to live with you. So I don't think that's going to work too well. I don't think that's gonna work at all. But she gets up about 1 o'clock. She goes to work at 3:30. So she gets up at 1 is what she does. And I prefer her to get all the beauty sleep she can get. All the rest she wants. It's not a bad thing. We thought about going to Silver Dollar City and spending a day there, but man, I wonder how much Silver Dollar City tickets are this year. Hang on, I'm gonna Google, because they've gotten so bad. Let's see how much it is, because they do a beautiful Christmas thing. But it's like $160 per person to get in. Let me find, where does it say anything about tickets? Oh, it's a little bit cheaper right now. It's only $92 per human being to get in. from ages 12 to 64 is $92. And I'm not 65 like Kiko. I'm not old like him. So I still got to pay the big price. But you know what? Maybe I could squeeze that out for Lorelai and I to go there and look at the Christmas. You guys would like, if you've never been to Silver Dollar City, you would like it. Maybe. Yeah, James, you're just going to get me in trouble, my friend. But so we try to do, we've done a video of the lights of the Ozarks. Once you've kind of seen the lights of the Christmas lights of the Ozarks, you've been there, done that. So she's never been to Silver Dollar City. So what is that? A tank of gas, $180 plus some food inside. So probably a $400 day. So we might do that. I don't know. We might be able to do that and see. But today, I need her. Oh, the other thing is, I need her to stay asleep because I'm waiting on her gift to get here. And so I need her to sleep as long as she can so that when she wakes up, she's only here for a little bit. So that her Christmas gift won't come while she's awake or here is what I need. I need her to, how is Michelle doing, by the way? I haven't forgot about sending her something your way. She's doing good. She got a Daisy Award the other day, which I guess is a nurse's thing. I don't know what it is. I tried to look at it, but I didn't know what it was. But she got some kind of recognition. So she's doing good. They're coming over Thanksgiving. Her and her husband Jovan and my friend. So there's going to be 5 of us for Thanksgiving. And so they're coming over and they're going to join us for Thanksgiving. And then they're going to be here for the Christmas party on the 14th of December. Because they've all decided to have a big Christmas party on the 14th. I think she's doing all right. She's adjusting to America. She's starting to get her legs under her, so to speak, I guess. So she's doing good. She's learned how to drive pretty well. She hasn't had any accidents. I taught her. So she's getting the hang of things. She is. I know that they find nursing in America more difficult than they originally thought. But she's doing good at it. She's a smart girl. And they had a blast at the Halloween party. Yes, we're going to go ahead with the Christmas party. And you're right. We debated it because Daisy, our black wiener dog, is now under heart failure. But the medicine is helping it somewhat. And I'm going to take her back to the vet next week, and they're going to do a heartworm test. And if she has heartworm, my vet thinks if that's what's causing it, and it's a big if, that they can literally go in surgically and remove the heartworms out of her artery, because that's where they leach themselves to, is the artery. So if they can surgically remove them, then she may make a full recovery and not be in heart failure. So we're working on it. Keep an eye on that, turkey. Yes. Yeah, we're not having turkey for the Christmas party. I told the girls, here's what I want them to do. I want them to make their best Filipino food, period. So if they were going to impress their mamas and their daddies, and if they were going to have some important people over for a Christmas dinner, what is it that they would cook for that type of meal? I want them all to bring that type of dish to our house and to share with each other, so that we have the best of their holiday traditions. That's where we're going with that. Is there a train service from where you live to Silver Dollar City? Okay, no, we have to drive. Now in Silver Dollar City, so what it is James, Big Cedar Lodge is it's all part of the same geographical area, but Big Cedar Lodge has its own caves. That's private property. Silver Dollar City has one cave that I've been in when I was younger, but it's not really handicap friendly. So you got to walk down all these stairs and trails to get to it, but they bring you back up on a tram out of the cave. But we actually have to drive our car literally and park and get out. So no train service. No, no, there's no train service around here anyway. The only train service we have around here are freight cars. Lechong, Michael, yeah. So, but my point was, I wanted them to go. We're not in the Philippines, so what would we want as a child in the Philippines? What was a big deal in the Philippines when I was a kid? What food, what treat, what candy, what dessert, what did my mommy make that made me feel really good? And so I was telling Laura today, that's what I want them to do. I want them to focus on the food that makes them think of home from the Philippines. And then we'll do other food too. We'll have a cheese plate and some other American food, but that's what I wanted. Peanut butter cookies. Well, you'd be welcome, even without peanut butter cookies, but I like peanut butter. I'm just saying. Monday here. Michael says, what? Lechong? Monday here? What's Monday? Did I miss something? Yeah, we would do ribs. We cook ribs all the time. One, they're cheap. They're easy. Lorelai and I've got it down to a science. And people eat our ribs like they're going out of business. So, oh, your birthday is Monday. Congratulations, happy birthday. Michael, you don't look a day over 90. Man, you must be proud of yourself. Happy birthday to you, Michael. Really, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, for one of the kids. Oh, not for you? Well, who cares? Oh, so you're having a birthday party Monday. No, during the summer, we had a tropical party, a tropical shirt party, a tropical clothing party. And they stole my smoked pork belly, my smoked pork belly that I spent like 6 hours smoking and loving and giving it so much love and flavor. And somebody wrapped it up in plastic, put it in their purse and took it home and ate it. They better have eaten it. Paid like $50 for that damn pork belly. Henry says, if I can get away, I'll come to you. Great, Henry, I'd love to have you. You're not that far from us, just like Diana. Riley's in the house down in Florida. Hey, man, how's it going? We're doing good, buddy. I wish I lived in Florida, just like you, man. I wish I could be one of you Floridians. I hate the cold weather. I would be fishing right now if I lived in Mississippi, Alabama, or Florida. But I'm not. I'm sitting here talking to you guys instead. So I hope you're doing well today, my friend. Hope you're doing well. It's cold here, Anytime it's below 75 degrees, it's cold. Where is Flamingo? Oh, well, he's working night shift, so he should have been here this morning. He was here. I did a short live stream yesterday morning, I think, or the other morning, and he came in and he wanted me to go. He wanted me to tell Diana, hi. Hi, Diana. Maybe I'll see you on the weekend, Diana. That's what he wanted me to do. But he's working night shift now, so you would have thought he would have been here. I like it when I'm dying from heat. Sometimes I'd rather be cold. Well, not me. I'd take the heat. I'd rather suffer in heat than I would. Because the cold weather, my body has so much arthritis in it. My lungs are so bad, my heart, my feet. Give me the damn heat. Because at least in the heat, I can do this. And the other secret that a lot of people don't realize, when you live in a hot climate, I'm going to give you a secret. I want all of you guys to hear this. It's a secret. The women don't wear a lot of clothes when it's really hot outside. That's why Henry lives where he lives. So, is your home oil heating? Oil heating? No. Natural gas. We use natural gas. Now, I think there are parts of the northeast of America that use oil still, right, guys? But not in our part of the world. We would never use oil down here. I think I'm scared of Diana. Oh, Henry, Henry, Henry. Henry's not scared of anybody. I says, everyone has a keyboard game. That's it, you know. You ain't wrong about the women. How much for the women? Tell me. How much for the women? They installed gas lines over here in Ireland and blew the prices through the, oh, I bet. We also have oil. Yeah, I think there are parts of America that, like New York, I don't know, Philadelphia, I don't know. I see it on TV where people have oil tanks in their basements and things. But it's not super common anymore, I don't believe. I really don't. We have natural gas and it's fairly cheap. And then a lot of places, maybe down further south where Henry is and Raleigh is in Florida, they just use electric to take the chill off. And we're really big on using natural gas to cook with versus electric. So, because it doesn't get that bad here. I mean, our gas bill goes from like, I don't know, maybe $25, $30 a month, all the way up to maybe $75 a month during the winter here. And then it goes back down in the spring. Let's see. Think he's scared of Diana? Yeah, he may be scared. I think he's scared of Diana. I agree. I think he's scared of her too. Maybe he can't handle a real woman. Show me a real woman. Maybe that's it. I don't buy it. We have oil tankers in the garden. Electric heating is hard on the pockets. Yeah, I can imagine, that electric heat's just not that bad here. But a lot of the houses, freestanding apartments in this part of my world are electric. Apartments usually are not gas, they're all electric. But here in houses, it's mainly gas heat. Ooh, you're gonna get Henry excited, Diana. Maybe nibble sometimes, but no biting. No biting. Unless he asks, right? Biting's extra. MJ likes that. Michael likes that. It gets around 15 degrees Celsius here in the harsh winter. Yeah, we to be honest, we might get 2 weeks of really cold weather here, and I mean 0 degrees weather. Other than that, we just bounce around from 30 to 60 all winter. No visible marks though. That's good because when you got to get up and teach in front of a crowd, you don't need to have visible marks all over you. Well, but you all are retired, so you don't have to worry about that. So Henry doesn't want to have to go into the bar, with visible marks all over his neck. Do you, Henry? Henry, Diana's like, I'll never tell. I'll never tell. Women don't tell. Or was it men don't tell? I don't know. What is it, kiss and tell? I don't kiss and tell. Not young and stupid. Well, I don't know about that. We're not young anymore. But I still make a lot of stupid mistakes. I can tell you that. I do a lot of stupid things. I haven't become wise yet. I've done some wise things. I think I do less stupid things merely because I do less things. So less of them are stupid just by the fact I do less things. So I don't know. I know I'm not young anymore, but I don't know. Someday, my goal is to be old and wise like Kiko. Admit nothing. That's it. You know, play dumb, like we were talking about earlier. Just play dumb and watch the world go around. What do you mean, officer? I never knew alcohol would make you drunk while I was driving the car. What? You mean that's illegal? How could that be illegal? Okay, grasshopper. God, I love that movie. I need to find that movie and watch it again. Well, it's fun being stupid sometimes. Yes, and some of us are stupid unintentionally. MJ saying, hold my beer, watch this. That's exactly. Been there, done that when I was young, like you guys. Michael says he did nothing. So yeah, it is one of those things. Yeah, I've had that experience many times. Hey, hold my beer. I'll be right back. You know, yeah. We did a lot of stupid crap. One of the funny stupid things we did when we were really young in high school, we'd go around to all the boat yards where all the boats were kept, and we would sneak into the boat yards and take you know how you got keys to start your boat, and they got these little floaty devices on it. One, we would take all of those and we would pull the keys out and we would put them in different boats, you know, so nobody had the right key in their boat. So, and the statute of limitations have long expired on that, so I think I'm okay. Start your own rivers and see what comes back. Yes, yes. What a menace, I know. What a horrible, horrible menace we were. You know, you go get your boat out of the boat yard and you won't be able to start it because you got the wrong key in there, and you won't know whose key goes where. But you know, maybe we should all do that. What rumor can we start? If you had a rumor to start about yourself that you would like to get out, what would that rumor be? That's the question. Diana, since you brought that up, you go first. If you could start a rumor about yourself, what rumor would you like to spread? And see if it came back to you and how it came back to you. Because what do they call that? The telephone game? I don't start rumors. People think they want to think all by themselves, and that's where it gets funny. Oh, I know. Barry, my mate used to poop in the floor in high school, and no one knew it was him, and he was called the Phantom Shitter. Oh. I think he has psychological issues, Furry. I hope, is he in prison? Is he in that's kind of a creepy one there, my friend. You know, I don't know about that one. I don't know if I would be his friend. Yes, so a good rumor would be I'm rich. Let's see who all wants to be my friend. And they will come out of the woodwork, you know. I told you guys all, that's why my family hates me, because they think my wife stole all of their riches. Going to lay back down. That's the rumor. I'm going to go lay back down. It's just 1:35 a.m. here. Only got to get up to pee and saw you're on. We'll catch you later. All right, Michael. Yeah, I'll be on later tonight for sure. So thank you for being here, Michael. Appreciate you. MJ's Philippine Retirement. Good to have you as always, Michael. HN is saying hello. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a rumor that I would want to start. There's been so many bad things that I've done. It really wouldn't be a rumor. It'd just be talking about the past. So people get crazy when it comes. Oh, they do. Trust me. We know this. I mean, I've told you guys, I've heard the story where my niece was trying to get $5,000 from my wife while I'm dying in the deathbed. You know, because they were told previously they weren't getting any money. They got no inheritance, so they were mad at her because they think she took all of their inheritance. So she was going to borrow money while my wife is grieving that I'm dying. You know. Sweet dreams from Kiko. Sweet dreams be made of these. Everything's I'm rich, but I am nowhere near close to being rich. I'm only rich in love. And I've spent so much money this year in dog medical bills. My God, I mean, we're approaching $12 freaking thousand in medical bills for pets this year. $12,000 in medical bills for dogs this year, and it's not over. You were on your deathbed. Yes, I've died 4 times, but obviously it didn't last very long. Everyone is mad because they think I got lots of money when my parents passed away. Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, whether it's true or not, it's the perception of it, right? Oh, well, you must have got money. They must have had money. Well, what do you mean? How do you know they must have had money? Yeah. Yeah, everybody knew when my parents passed away that they didn't have any money. That's why all of my brothers or my sister and her kids and things are thinking that, you know, they got ripped off by Lorelai because they got married. You know, even at one point they mentioned to me maybe that I ought to go ahead and set their inheritance aside, and I'm like, what? What do you mean? Well, you're getting married now, so maybe you need to set ours aside. And I'm like, what? What in the effing are you talking about? Oh, you're not getting any money. I was never giving it to you or anybody in the family. Before I met my wife, all the money I had was going to go to single parent scholarships to the Arkansas education system. So, then I got married and that changed that. Well, yeah, and that's the other thing a lot of people don't understand is when parents die, there's usually not a lot of money. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But we have more responsibilities. We have to pick up the pieces and keep moving on. And in your case, you got to take care of your brother. For me, it was because I played in bands and racing when I was younger because they thought you had money because you were a musician. Well, maybe that's why everybody thinks I'm rich because, I starred in a couple of movies and not those type of movies, Kiko. But I, did some acting and did some modeling and had a private consulting business. And, I had a lot of arm candy, as Dennis would say. So I don't think anyone should wait on inheritance. Anyone should feel like they need to give it. I agree. Pay for your own funeral, spend your own money on your own stuff. I agree. I tell people all that all the time. I got older friends and they worry about, well, what are they going to leave? My grandparents were that way. They were worried about what were they going to leave to their kids. And I'm like, your kids are adults. Who gives a shit what you leave to them? Go to Europe like you've always wanted. Spend your money. Live large while you can. Your kids are adults. They got their own jobs. And so that's when I took over managing their finances, which really made their kids really pissed because there were some loans taken out from my grandparents to their kids that were never paid back. So when my grandparents died, I deducted it from the payouts. And boy, they got pissed off. But hey, got to balance the books. It's not fair. Nothing. Michael has nothing. So that's what we got to do. But yeah, everybody just needs to pay their own way. When you're young, get a job. When you're old, just spend less money. But I know HTN takes care of his family. Diana takes care of her. I take care of my wife, or my wife takes care of me. I don't know which one, but we do that together. Well, it doesn't help getting on the radio for me, but it's fun to do that from time to time. Yeah, I agree. Our friend in America is here. How are you? Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. I know you haven't given it yet, so please do. Because I'm counting them, I'm seeing, I'm psychic. I just think if you are blessed to receive an inheritance, then it's not like, I guess I look at it this way, it's not free money It's money that you should do something important with, meaning set yourself up to be better long term. Just don't blow it on a 1969 Mustang Mach 1, green with black stripes and louvers. So, yeah. I had a friend in high school, his mom, this is stupid. And I had a Ford Pinto at one time, and I loved that car. But I had a friend from high school, his name was Frank. His parents died when he was in his early 20s. And he took his inheritance and took an old Pinto and completely had it redone. And then he died of diabetes like 5 years later. So there you go. Lucent Technologies, they moved a plant to Mexico. Mexico, damn Mexico. Wow. I used to have a good job too until I died. Until I was passing out in the classroom, lecturing. So that wasn't so good. It's not a good thing if you're giving a lecture and you're the one that passes out and falls down. So that's when they started saying, maybe you need not to work here anymore. I asked for one thing when my dad passed last month, just a watch, and my brother flipped out on me. Oh well. I agree with that, Michael, to be honest. If people are so bent out of shape about the scraps they get from a dead man or a dead woman, it's not worth it. When my uncle died, he was the last, we've had a lot of deaths, but my uncle died a couple years ago. And my uncle and I didn't like him, he didn't like me, so who cares? But I thought it was funny. I was in Alabama when he died on a trip with some friends, and my sister calls me and goes, oh my gosh, your uncle died. And I'm like, my uncle? Who? I forgot I had an uncle. And she's like, well, Ray died. And I'm like, Ray? Okay. She's like, well, he's your uncle. And I'm like, I haven't seen the guy since I was 15 years old. It ain't my uncle. And they're like, and so she came up and took care of his estate while I was in Alabama, because I wasn't going to do it. And she was like, she calls me and she's like, well, we're getting ready to go to the Ray's estate. Is there anything that you want? As a estate. And I told her, I said, why would I want to think of his? I don't know the man. Well, my brother, my other brother and his kids were there, my sister and all of her kids were there, going through the house, stealing everything, taking the tools and everything they can get. She's like, well, I just want to make sure, if there's something that you want. I'm like, I don't want anything of his. My other brother who lives in Dallas was like, he came in for the funeral and he calls me, he said, man, this is a shit show. We're leaving. Funeral's over, we're going back to Texas. And I said, well, I'm in Alabama anyway, as you know. We won't be home for another week. So I'll catch you, another time. And he's like, they're all fighting over this dead man's crap. And it was all just crap. Is that in New Jersey? Channel Islands is tax haven for the wealthy? That's in New Jersey, Channel's Island. I don't know about that. I don't know of any tax haven for the wealthy. I really don't. Maybe the Cayman Islands? Oh, you have a Jersey's. Yeah, you have Jersey Channel Islands in Ireland. I remember you telling me about that. So that's a tax haven for you guys in Europe. Yeah. But I find it amazing how people get so excited about the scraps of another person's life. And I had a good friend that I'd known forever. He died. He had money, but he had it all. I was the second executor on his estate. When he died, his son got really pissed because he had a large collection of mechanics tools that he never used, but he probably had $10,000 or $15,000 worth of tools. And his son got so mad because his dad left him to me in his will. And he threw such of a bitch fit. I said, fine, you want the damn tool? One, I went through them first to make sure that, his name was David, that he didn't leave anything in the tools that, like an envelope or anything like that. So I went through everything, and all it was 10,000, 15,000 mechanic tools. And I didn't need them. I would just turn around and sell them. So I told his idiot son, because he kept throwing a bitch fit, oh my God, these are my dad's tools. I remember when I was 3 years old, I helped him change a tire once. So I said, fine, I'll take your dad's fishing equipment and you can have the tools. Well, I'm sure he's lost them all because he's a drug addict. And I still got the fishing stuff out in my garage. Yeah, we talked about, that's what I remember, the Jersey Islands is in France there, working abroad. And New Jersey is named from it. Yeah, I now remember that. Got to remember I'm a little slow in the mind, so. That's funny. Well, how am I going to get that to you? You're in the Philippines. So I guess he's never heard of the mail system, right? Put it in a box, wrap it up really tight, put your address on it, go to the post office, pay the $100 or whatever it takes to ship it to the Philippines. I'm sure you would have reimbursed him for the shipping and got to watch that away, right? Oh, I love Oak Island. I'm really worried now about Oak Island and Skinwalker Ranch because I don't have cable television, so to speak, anymore. And those are the only two things that I like to watch on the History Channel. I like to watch History Channel, but I can't watch it anymore. So I need to Google how to pay for the History Channel and see if I got that. I got money to pay. Yeah, I got money to pay, see? But, why would he do that for you? You know what I mean? He's probably thinking, why in the hell would I do all that just for you, Michael? You know? What did you ever do for me, Michael? You know how people are, Michael. So, all right, my friends, it's almost noon here. We're going to get off of here. We're going to see if there's any food in the house to eat, to get cooked for Lorelai so she can have some food today. You can watch the History Channel on YouTube, but are they the up-to-date shows? You know what I mean? Because I'm completely up to date on Skinwalker and Oak Island, and I love them, and I want to watch those, but I don't need to see reruns because I've already seen them. So I'll see if I can figure that out. I thought about buying YouTube TV, but that's really the only stuff I'm really needing is I have Paramount and Amazon Prime and Netflix. So, but in late November, Oak Island's coming back. So I need to figure out how to watch my new episodes of Oak Island. He's being an ass. Yeah. You know why he's being an ass? Because he has an ass. It's easier to be a dickhead. I got some nice LP records given me when my mom died. Nice. They're still in the plastic, Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, all that stuff. Nice. My brother's wife is a rock and roll records expert and collector. So she has first edition, the White's album, all of that stuff, but she's into rock and roll. Amazon Prime, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Just download them. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I know. Oak Island cliffhangers drive you, I know. They talk too much. Part of the show is 15 minutes of what happened and 15 minutes of what is going to happen and 30 minutes of, well, here's what's actually happening. So they rehash too much of it. But I really like Oak Island and Skinwalker Ranch. So I'm going to do that. I watch football on YouTube now. So I'm able to figure out how to watch live football. And so Diana has every Elvis album and Willie. I love Willie Nelson. Elvis is good. I really dig Willie Nelson. I have Elvis Presley movie posters. I have a whole collection of them that a buddy of mine owns that I've been trying to sell for him off and on since he doesn't have time to mess with it and he's young. And they even came in these really nice, they were professionally framed. But what I found when I started trying to sell them, nobody wanted the frame. They just wanted the poster. So we took them out of the frame. So we have all the different concert posters and movie posters of Elvis Presley. But I like Willie Nelson. On the road again. So, all right, my friends, let me get off of here. We appreciate everybody for joining us. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Everybody for subscribing to the channel. We will hopefully be back. I don't know. I'll be back on live later tonight. I might come on and do a live stream, and then when Lorelai gets home, she can take it over, or she may do one herself. So, be worth a fair amount of coin. They should. They should. Kiko, appreciate you. Michael says, Prime, just click on it and it will record it for later. Yes, yes, if it's on Prime. I'll get tuned on. See you later, mate. Thank you, Ferry. Appreciate you. Henry, take care, everybody. Everybody say goodbye to everybody. We appreciate y'all. Talk to you soon. This is working well. So enjoy your day for the rest of the day. For you folks in the Philippines, get some sleep because you're going to need it. And for all of us in America, just go have fun. For my friends over in Europe, do whatever you want. You have permission. You have permission. Appreciate you, Diana. Take care, everybody. Oh, we got to find the button.